Summer, do you want to go longboarding with me today?
Sorry, I can't. I don't have enough balance.
Does that sound familiar? Many people think that since they don't have balance and that they aren't balanced enough, they can't ride a skateboard or a longboard. I used to be one of those people. I would just stand on the board, and as soon as I got on, I would just fall right off. But today, I'm going to show you how to become a basic longboarder. I'm going to take you a series of steps to show you how. But before we can do that, we need to pick out a board. There are many different shapes of boards. There's free riding, downhill, and cruising. Free riding is mainly for tricks, downhill as well for going fast down hills, and cruising is just for basically riding around like in your neighborhood. The type of board that I have is free riding because hopefully once I become good enough, I'll actually be able to do tricks. There are also different styles of longboards. There's a midboard, a shortboard, a longboard, and a skateboard. I find that using a longboard is a lot easier because the board is more stable than the other boards. You also need to pick out trucks and wheels. The type of wheels that I have are double kingpin. Double kingpin wheels help in turning, and so it's a lot easier for me to turn. Now that we've picked a board, let's actually learn how to use it. The first thing you need to do is to figure out if you are goofy or regular-footed. If you are regular-footed, you place your left foot at the front of the board and you use your right foot as your pushing foot. If you're goofy, you put your right foot at the front of the board and you use your left foot as your pushing foot. I'm regular because I'm right hand and right foot dominant. Now that we've picked a foot, let's practice balance just by standing on the board in the grass. I place my left foot facing forward, and then I place my right foot near the back of the board facing sideways. And once we actually get moving, this is the foot that I will use to actually steer the board. Once you feel like you've practiced balancing enough, let's actually get going. Start off slow and just ride. Let the board do the work.
Never feel my strife. Then my partner called to say the pension funds were gone. We made some bad investments, now the accounts are overdrawn. I took a walk, take a walk, take a walk, take a walk, take a walk.
Good job, you're doing it. Now these are just the basics, and there are many different ways to ride. The three main ways are cruising, free ride, and downhill, just like the styles of boards that I showed you, which those are what they're used for. Cruising is basically a mix of everything, a little bit of tricks, a little bit of downhill. Free ride is what I do, just kind of doing whatever you want around your neighborhood. And downhill is for going really fast. And what you do when you go downhill is once you get going, you then squat on the board and grab the bottom, and that's what you use to turn. And you have these special gloves that you put on the concrete that kind of help slow you down and help you when you're turning. And in conclusion, longboarding is not that hard. It just takes a lot of practice, and believe me, I've practiced a lot. Today I've taught you the basics to longboarding, and I showed you the different types of boards, how to actually use the board, and the different styles of riding. Since balance is no longer an issue, you have no excuse to why you can't skateboard or longboard anymore.